Good evening. I am the narrator, and welcome to my parlor. Tonight's topic is the Men in Black. Lately, I've been discussing different entities, their appearances, their behavior, how they interact with our psychology, how their aspects may symbolize our own thoughts. I've discussed shadow people, BEKs, stick men, and grays. Tonight, I discuss the Men in Black. Regular listeners know of them, about them. For those who haven't, they're strange figures who appear at the doors of UFO recipients, in black suits, hats, and often sunglasses. Presenting themselves as government agents, they warn them to secret their sightings, threaten retaliation, and depart. Usually they're seen only once. Though they claim to be state agents, they seem inhuman. Their speech, their mannerisms, their seeming understanding of their surroundings all seem deficient. Often they drive black Cadillacs. They are said to be immaculate, as if fresh from the factory, though their models are decades old. Recall the motif of NHI liking old things, as discussed in my last video. Their clothes, as I've also discussed, are also said to be perfect and creaseless. Men in Black are unique in that they're not standalone entities. That is, they don't exist independently like others seem to. Instead, they seem to be a subset of the UFO phenomenon. Only UFO researchers and witnesses see them. They are a secondary phenomenon, whereas others are phenomena in and of themselves. That said, they share much with them. Like BEKs, they wear black clothes. Like the Hat Man, they wear hats. Like BEKs and Phantom Strangers generally, they seem to struggle with language as seen in their odd phrasings. And like them, they seem vexed by common things. One tried to eat Jell-O with a straw, just like a BEK once struggled to use a doorknob. 2 questions. First, are they and the BEKs one and the same in different forms? Or are they at least closely related? As always, maybe, maybe not. Like the Hat Man, they seem to model their appearance in a familiar image. With him, it's Zorro, or comic book and pulp magazine detectives. With them, it's the stock image of the government spook. They are different images, but both are still images. Again, this doesn't mean they're the same. They could be different entities using the same playbook. Again, like those others, they wear black clothing. Again, there's nothing innately bad about the color black. Plenty of things in nature are, and even in culture. We just associate it with badness, due to our own primordial fears of the dark. This doesn't mean the MIB are bad, nor does it mean they're good. MIB tend to come in 2 types. Those who look Caucasian and those who look vaguely East Asian. They have slanted eyes. I say vaguely because they don't really look like Asians. They're just the closest comparison percipients have. I don't think they are human, so I don't think they are or even related to Asians. Slanted eyes are a recurring feature of NHI in general, which I'll discuss later. They are said to be either swarthy or pale. The swarthy ones are the faux Asian ones, which makes sense if they're trying to look like Asians. Again, I don't think so, as I'll discuss later. As for the pale ones, nothing is innately negative about pale skin. Plenty of people have pale skin, but we associate it with bad things, maybe because the dead are pale. Vampires are portrayed as pale. Goths use makeup to achieve pale skin, if it isn't naturally. Again, this is arbitrary on our part, but again, the phenomena seems to notice. Or maybe they would like a normal complexion, but can't achieve one for some reason. Maybe their shape-shifting abilities are limited. Nonetheless, these entities can shape-shift and tailor their appearances, but are these types innate? Could these be their natural appearances? If so, why does one look one way and one the other? Some have theorized a link between Men in Black and the Hat Man. Both wear black, both wear hats. I doubt this. The Hat Man is tall, while the MIB are usually short. He wears a variety of hats, whereas they wear only bowler or Homburg hats. Then again, UFO percipients have seen him, though the link isn't nearly as strong with him, and most who have seen him haven't also seen UFOs. Again, he seems to be an independent phenomenon. Some have theorized a link between MIB and BEKs. Both have faulty grasps of language and social norms. Both at times have pale skin. Again, there are also differences. BEKs seem to exist independently of UFOs. Most who have seen them haven't seen UFOs, and they don't mention UFOs when they appear. Both use deception to enter homes. MIB claim to be from the government. BEKs claim to need to eat, use the phone, or it varies. The MIBs differ in their success, but overall their behavior differs. One seeks to interact with percipients, one simply to frighten them. If they are related, for lack of a better term, then they must serve different roles. The outward appearance of the men in black isn't necessarily sinister. Again, they seem to base theirs on Cold War-era images of government agents. This differs from BEKs, who seem inspired by images from Gothic horror. Their shtick appears mostly in the horror genre, whereas the MIBs appear in espionage. One is innately negative, it seems, the other not so much. Indeed, many MIB percipients don't claim they were scared, just weirded out. This reaction is natural. Again, their phrasing is odd and unnatural. Their movements are stiff and awkward. Thus, our second question. Do they know this and do it on purpose? If so, why? Is it to unnerve us as part of their overall agenda? Or do they simply struggle to appear normal? I think the latter, though I don't know why. The MIB never carry out their threats. They warn people to keep their sightings secret or else, but there's never an else. Percipients tell investigators not just of the UFO they saw, but of the MIB themselves. Word spreads and no harm comes to them. One wonders if they even know this, or if it even matters. If they never meant their threats, or if the threats aren't literal. Maybe it only seems they're trying to keep a lid on UFOs. Maybe they're seeding a modern mythology, as has been theorized. That is, maybe they want people to think they're government agents, and the state is suppressing knowledge of UFOs. I doubt this. If so, they're doing a piss-poor job. No one, not even ETH proponents who think the U.S. government is omnipotent, believes the MIB are government agents. They have simply existed for years as an enigma in the field. Again, they share similarities with other Fortean entities. Earlier I discussed the slanted eyes. The Greys have slanted eyes. One Marian apparition seen in Spain had them. Thus, I wonder if she was all that Marian. Their voices are hollow and monotone. This is par for the course. Think of the Brian Scott recordings and channeled messages in general. Think of phantom phone calls, as John Keel described, as others have described. They are said to often appear in threes, with a taller one in the middle that seems the boss, flanked by two shorter subordinates. Again, this is also said of the Greys, and going back farther, the Fae. Maybe they are the same entities in different forms, or different entities that share cultural traits, for lack of a better term. Nick Redfern has researched the Men in Black. I recommend his works. In and of themselves, they are slim volumes written for laymen. However, they have many tidbits that, in the context of broader research, are very useful. His articles for Mysterious Universe are as well. He has shared a number of stories which may glean insights. In one, a man saw one by himself in the woods at night. Seeing one alone is interesting, and in such a desolate place. One wonders what they do and where they go when they're not seen. I discussed a BEK case like that. I digress. The MIB either didn't notice the person or didn't think he was worth approaching. He dissolved into a glowing orb and floated off. Consider that many UFOs are simply orbs, though larger and higher in the sky. One wonders if UFOs and Men in Black are one and the same in different forms. In one story from Beyond Creepy, the person saw one near their home one night. It turned into a black dog with glowing eyes and ran off. Again, UFOs and black dogs would thus seem linked, but why? Why the variety of forms? What would black dogs have to do with abductions? In one, 3 men in black knocked on a woman's door one night. She allowed them in. I forget what was said, but when they left, she saw them walk off, pause and peer up into the sky, then fly into the air. A while later, she saw 3 black dogs in her backyard, staring with glowing eyes. I know of no other case like this, and I forget all the details of these cases. If you know them, please tell me. I wonder what kind of technology, for lack of a better term, is involved. What are they made of? They seem solid, yet vanish into thin air. Their cars seem solid, and they enter and exit them, yet they too vanish into thin air. Note that percipients don't take ill after encountering them, as with BEKs. Maybe they're not the same. Again, can they manipulate matter? Can they alter their density by altering the closeness and frequency of their atoms? Some think their vehicles are reports, temporary illusions. They may not be. One percipient claims to have seen inside one when its door was open and saw a strange symbol on the wall. Alas, they didn't describe it. Maybe they just had never seen it before. Maybe it's never appeared in human culture. I was 9 years old in 1997 when the MIB film came out. Obviously, it has nothing to do with actual lore. It cast them as human protagonists through a materialist ETH lens. I wonder, though, what if a film was made based on actual lore, that developed a whole universe for them, a place of origin, etc.? I wonder how they would respond. As always, if you have any experiences or insights and would like to share them on my channel, feel free to email tparish1@new.rr.com.